Mercury retrograde and tech. And you know me and tech. So my phone promptly died. It's not been holding a charge all day long. That's a new adventure for this Mercury retrograde. Yeah, I said I was going to take a sabbatical for a while since September. I did no less than 4 major projects last year. Other people's projects. I loved every minute of it. But stepping back and really pruning and planning and digging in, these last few months have been beautifully calibrating. And there's a lot of projects in the works. It has been a minute since I've come on here to tell you guys all the things that are going on. Right now, nothing, but I will tell you some of the plans. So podcast is still a go. I'm about to start doing dates. So those of you that have been on my list, Taryn, she knows we're doing the ghost one, which is a story of a house clearing that had a really, really angry poltergeisty guy. And the story is fantastic. I didn't want to even do it to begin with. I told her to keep it a secret. I didn't want to be known as the ghost lady. So some of the photos that we had, that she had sent me with the problem in the beginning are circulating around again. She goes, are we going to talk about this? I'm like, you know what? Yes, perfect timing, because we're going to do this little podcast where we're not only going to, I haven't decided, it's going to be pretty eclectic. So you know me by now, that it can kind of go to the walls. But the subject matter is boiled down into the master class, which is, I'll be interviewing the masters in my world that I have so many delightful beasties of, you know some of them, but wouldn't you like to hear me sit down with them and have some of these conversations? That's one of the goals, is master class. I'm not quite sure the second series, but I think I'm going to go with forbidden fruit. There's a lot of conversations I want to have about dating, relationship, intimacy, energetic relationships. I think that's really important. In addition to some of the teaching and witchy side stuff that I have that's coming up. So speaking of channeling and master class, I'm in a 9-month master channeling class with Daniel Scranton. We're about halfway through. That's why you got the result of one of those practice sessions, which is the higher self channeled. That's on the YouTube I posted recently. I have some other practice pieces, but those have been more personal in nature, and I didn't really feel as if I wanted to cut and paste pieces of those little downloads of information. I wanted something to come for the sake of a message rather than forcing it. So we'll see whether we play with that moving forward, or you'll hear any more of it. The honest truth is, I have heard through the energetic pipeline that we are getting new downloads and new gifts. So I want to be first in line. That's the truth. 9 months to be accountable to channeling, which I already do channeling, but it's really nice to hear someone else articulate it. I don't want to say forcing, but the devotion. Thank you, Carrie. The devotion and dedication and discipline of meditation in my life was the goal to begin with. So that's super fun. Like I said, I don't know whether I'll be sharing those results. There might be some popcorn coming in, but the goal wasn't to add more to my channel. Matter of fact, I've been pulling back from the channel. Doing 20 hours a week got pretty exhausting. I was doing the readings for every sign for a really long time there, and I found myself chasing the algorithm. Posting was more important. Like, not necessarily that posting was important, but I would kind of beat myself up for it if I didn't continue. And so I let that drop for a minute as I decided what I wanted to do with the YouTube channel moving forward, as a place, a voice. So most of my work will be done there. I'll pop on here to give you, I don't book, I don't gram, I TikTok. I don't even do that anymore. I'm there, but I won't be chasing algorithms. Never again. So when I come on here, it's just by inspired. I love you guys. I check in. Chantel and I have some plans in the works. There's a lot to play with, so just stay on the timeline and keep an eye on the little hints that I'm posting. Cabalum is a resort in Mexico that we're working with to see if it will be a good fit for our retreats and drum making. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but we have a meeting with them on Monday, and we'll have a discovery trip to go check it out. And I really like this one because you have access to all of the rugged land and privacy that you need, and yet we have all of those beautiful amenities to work with the nervous system, which really turns me on. I really like the idea of slowing down and the idea of play in addition to all the training. So we'll see what pops with that. So let's see, channeling classes going on. Meditation, let's see, meditation, channeling class. So I've been wanting to host some meditations. I'm not sure what that looks like yet. If I do one a week, where one is Zoom and one is live, to get some consistency. These will be free. I don't want to make it super formal. I want you to drop in, get a little connection, a little direction, and then twist off. So those might be thematic. Speaking of thematic, let's talk about this energy that's going on. So this is just the world according to karma. In my checking in with the collective, what I'm noticing is 2 downloads that are coming in. One, the Divine Feminine, which activated about 6 months ago. But there's a new one coming in. There's a contrary energy of the Divine Feminine being contrasted by the Dark Feminine. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just not for me. But I did receive something in the mail recently, which was a spell, and it was called Siren. It smelled fantastic. And every single word on the bottle was a masculine quality. Come. Please, come on, baby. Come. Get out of there. You get stickers in your foot. Excuse me. Come on, baby. Yeah. Come here. So I got this bottle. First of all, I had no idea it was coming, so I didn't know what it was, and I opened it. It was addressed to my business, and it was a bottle called Siren. It said for seduction, power, control, dominance, and a few other power. And I was really sad because that is nowhere near the feminine qualities of grace, connection, forgiveness, trust, love. To me, the feminine is much more soft than that. However, I've started to notice that little rise coming up to meet it, and it's in the air. It's been very obvious that that is available to choose instead, the dark feminine. So the Divine Feminine came in with a download, and we know these things must come in pairs. So right now, during this last week or so, there is the masculine, Divine Masculine coming in. And have you noticed more awareness about the masculine and what their needs are? And are you masculine? Do you notice that you're more aware, or you want more for yourself? There's these in-streaming codes that are coming in, waking us up a little more, balancing the masculine and the feminine. And what happens after balance? What happens after polarity slips gears a little bit? It doesn't have to have so much friction. So balance is key, guys. Balance is key. Hi. So, yeah, the Divine Masculine, the Divine Feminine, balancing out. And now we're getting these incoming in-streaming light codes that's talking about expansion, where we want more for ourselves. We want to do things together and collaborate. Key here is trust. I didn't come here to lecture. But anyways, I think that's about the majority of the energy update that I can think of what else is out there. Let me sit with this for a second. Amplitude. Yeah, there is one other thing, and that is energetic, emotional amplitude. What's true is emotions are the gateway to psychic gifts. And the feeling, those amplitude of emotions, is raw power. Once we learn to navigate with our emotions, we have access to so much volume. So as that in-streaming light comes in, it aggravates those things that we need to release. When they come up, we don't have to do anything. We just have to let them go. I love you so very much. I promise I'll come on more. I'm really loving my hermit mode. Bear. We should say bear. It's been a very nice, luxurious, lengthy, delicious hibernation. So moving forward, keep your eye over here. I'm not sure what we're going to play with yet, but it is percolating. It is stewing and brewing. And something exciting is coming. I mean, what's the best that could happen? I love you dearly. I'll catch you on the flip side. Reach out if you need me. You know what to do. Adonai.